Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we will learn how to start your design process. What is design process? Design process is design thinking, refers to creative strategies designers use during the process of designing. It is also an approach to resolve issues to match people's needs. Okay, let's start. Basically, there are few steps involved in this process, which is briefing, research and analysis, design, implementation, and lastly, proceed or redo your design. What if you receive a briefing from your lecturer? What you should do? First, when you receive project briefing, you must accept and acknowledge every detail, keep note on every requirements, and don't forget lecturers or clients' needs. After you absorb everything on the project briefing, we go to second stage, which is research and analysis. At this stage, you will go through site visit, data collection, base plan preparation, lots of interviews involved, and start your idea development. Idea? Actually, most students have trouble getting first idea for their project. There are tons of methods out there you can choose to develop your own idea. First option, you can start with space planning. You must have spaces requirement that already given in your project's brief, right? So, use your sketching skills to develop few options to get an idea how the spaces going to work until you get most satisfied spaces that you want. These are few examples of functional or bubble diagram. In this diagram, you must specify zone, whether it's public, semi-public, private, etc., relative spaces to one another so you can arrange circulation properly, and access point to the space or exit from it. Remember, you must do various of alternative arrangement so you can choose the best option. After planning your spaces, functional or bubble diagram will be developed. Then, it will produce a conceptual plan and all finished plan, either site plan, master plan, or floor plan. After bubble diagram, you must come up with conceptual plan where you integrate data from site inventory and analysis into your plan. For example, wind direction, sun orientation, neighborhood context, surrounding activities, and other data that you think useful for your design. After you doing all this process, you maybe got a little bit of ideas in terms of spaces. But how about the shape of the building itself? Did you remember elements and principles of design that you learned during your first semester? Why don't you use all this knowledge to develop your idea by creating a mock-up model? Mock-up models are normally used by designers at early stage of design to acquire feedback from users or clients. After you finish doing both methods, you notice few things, which is when you do space planning, you focus more to the space function rather than form of the building. While mock-up model, focusing more on the form of the building and turn away the space function. This is troubling you, right? So, instead of focusing on one method, why don't you do both at the same time? Then you get both benefits. You don't need to worry if you don't have time to think about your idea. Besides, idea is an endless repetitive cycle process where you can always going backward and forward. After you have your own idea, you can start doing your final drawing. Don't wait, just do it. Finally, I hope you learned something from this video. There are a lot more to discover. Maybe on the next session. See you and happy designing!